What up, everybody in the YTBC? This is going to be another quick live. Just want to go ahead and talk about this topic. Do apologize. You hear some background noise. My neighbor, her son, he works as a like a he's a he's like he drives semi trucks for a living, and he's rarely ever over here, but he I guess he's visiting his mom or whatever. So if you hear some background noise, just that truck. Luckily he's not like, you know, sometimes it's louder. But anyways, yeah, just apologize for the noise. Then my dog, he's not really being cooperative. Hey, get over here. So, but I just want to talk about this. First off, shout out to Aries Zodiac. He did a video talking about this. Quick 5 minute video. What up, Black Chain with Ice, Lisa Bales, Brian Harkin? You know, I've been meaning to talk about this topic with Tank Davis, and it's not just limited to Tank Davis. Let me get that out the way. All right, it's just Tank Davis is the most recent um, case. We've had cases like this with Sergey Kovalev. We've had cases like the. When I say cases like this, I'm not talking about hit and runs. I'm talking about just doing stupid shit in general. But yeah, we've had cases with Sergey Kovalev with he like apparently hit some woman on a airplane. Errol Spence, when he was driving drunk, flipped this Ferrari. Then you have Adrian Broner, which Adrian Broner, he has so many things he's done. I don't even care to go into it. Just too much. What up, Scotty Karate? Haven't seen you in a while, but I'm glad to see that you're well. Um, Tony, is Tony Boswell here? I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. What up, Tony Boswell? But let me go ahead and talk about this. Like we definitely like we definitely need to hold these guys accountable for their actions. And that doesn't always pertain to their career. Like, yeah, we definitely need to hold them accountable when they're holding up a fight for stupid shit. But we also need to hold them accountable for when they do things that are just morally wrong, not make excuses for it. You know, um, when we was criticizing Spence after after the accident, those people telling us, "Oh, you need to let that man live." And it's like, okay, when he obviously has a drinking problem. He was driving drunk, flipped this Ferrari, could have killed himself and others. And then we see him with alcohol not long after. We need to hold him accountable. All that, let that man live. What? We're gonna let the man live until he kills himself and others? That's not cool. The shit with Kovalev, and I know it's old, so I'm but Kovalev, that shit ain't cool. Hitting a woman on an airplane. I don't care how pissed off you were. Like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to keep your emotions and your actions in check. Like me, I'm in a relationship with a girl who she had a previous relationship that was physically abusive. This guy used to physically abuse her whenever he was pissed. One time, me and her got into an argument. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When we get into arguments, sometimes I yell, sometimes I curse her out. It's an argument, you know. I try not to curse her out, but sometimes it just gets to that. Um, One thing I never do is ever put my hands on her because I don't think that it's acceptable. And one time she even thought I was gonna hit her because that's what she was used to. And I told her, I was like, I might get pissed, might yell, um, I might use profanity, but I will never put my hands on you. Never. And I never have. And she stopped the flinching and shit because she knows that I'm not gonna do that. Because a man is supposed to be able to keep his emotions in check. It doesn't have to get to where it don't need to be. What up, Nordic Warrior? Appreciate that. Telling everybody to hit the like button. Yeah, I mean, what up, Philip Carl Roberts? Yeah, Tony Boswell. Like these guys, they're dangerous with their hands. Their hands are literally registered weapons. When they do shit like what Kovalev did, that's unacceptable. You know, doing the shit that Tank did, yanking his baby mama by the neck, that's not cool. Driving drunk is not cool. You know, I don't even, and this isn't a moral thing, this is just an advice thing. I don't even think they should be riding motorcycles. We've had too many careers cut short just because these guys like to ride motorcycles. But if you're going to do that, I mean, that's really you making poor decisions. Poor decisions I can kind of live with. But straight up bad, despicable decisions, I can't rock with that shit. I'm not gonna make excuses for somebody to drive drunk just because I like them. What up, Iron Kong? Hold up. Big up Red. No man should ever have to prove to a woman how aggressive he can. Yeah, exactly. Um, that's exactly how I feel. Like, you know, I don't need to prove to my girlfriend that I can beat her ass. There's no need for that. I'd rather prove to her that I have the willpower not to do that shit. You know? Um and really what glory do you get out of beating the shit out of your other half? You know what I'm saying? Like that to me that's not cool. And some of these guys they're guilty of domestic violence. Some of these guys are guilty of other things. You know, like you know, if you're cheating on your wife, I don't condone that shit. But I rather cheat on. I rather you have you cheat on your wife than beat on your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But yeah, like we got to hold these guys accountable for their actions when they do things that are just morally wrong. Nordic Warrior says some women bring it on themselves. Yeah, I used to have a strict rule of not hitting women no matter what. I've since then kind of um kind of changed. I see that rule a little bit differently now. Don't get me wrong. I don't think you should put your hands on a woman, but like, there's that one video. A lot of us have seen it where the guy's on the subway somewhere, and this girl's just being really verbally abusive for some weird reason. I don't know why. Now out of nowhere, she starts getting physically abusive, and then he slapped. He gave her like one good slap. I think that's acceptable because what he's supposed to just stand there and let her hit him until he gets to his stop or she gets to her stop. That's you know, I don't expect that. So it of course it depends on the situation, but like when it comes to your significant other, yeah, I don't approve of putting your hands on a woman, um, unless it's like something extreme. You know, you'll have a kid together and she starts physically abusing that child. I kind of can see why you would put some hands on her real quick. You know, but yeah, it's extreme situations though. Not just because she tells you your dick is small or some shit like that. you gotta you gotta have I think you gotta have some willpower. But this isn't even supposed to be about that. Um yeah. There's always exceptions to the rule. What up, H Money? What up, OG Boogie? But yeah, I mean it's one of those things, you know, like but we see this in the community all the time where the guy fucks up and then want to make excuses. You know, people used to make excuses for Adrian Broner. I don't see them do that so much now, just because he's fucked up so much. Tank, he still gets a pass a lot. Errol Spence was getting a pass for a while, you know. And some of these guys, the reality is this: there has to come a point where you grow up. Tank is 26 years old, okay? 26 years old, has a lot of resources. Why is he doing this shit? You have a lot of resources. Something happened. Like my understanding is that he ran a red light, T-boned somebody. I'm not gonna act like I never been in a car accident that was my fault, because I certainly have. When I was younger, um, younger than Tank, I definitely was involved in like two that I could think of that were my fault. I didn't run, and I don't have nearly the resources this guy got. I have nearly the money, you know. Called the cops, waited for them to show up. They write me my ticket. Life goes on, you know. But this guy has resources and shit. Should be very easy, you know. Should be very easy to get off with, or not easy. Let me not even go into that because I feel like maybe I'm not qualified to talk about that. But the guy has resources. I know that much, you know. And if people were injured, that's all the more reason to hold him accountable. Being famous or being a athlete, a celebrity, should not be licensed to hurt others without consequences. What up, Larone 9817? Oh, is MMA champ here? I think he's here. What up, MMA champ? Yeah, he is. He's there. But you know that it's sad when you have and a lot of these guys who make the excuses, right? A lot of them are like in their 40s and 50s, maybe even older, here on YouTube, making excuses for a guy just because they like the way he throws hands. And that should not be the case. You shouldn't lower your standards just because, you know, that should never be a thing. That's a dangerous precedent to set because, you know, people could get killed depending on what it is. Like I said, we're talking about somebody cheating on their wife. Yeah, that's fucked up. It's real fucked up. But that's um that's between them and their significant other to either get marriage counseling or decide that their marriage is no longer worth it to them to work on, whatever the case may be. But like this hit and run shit, domestic violence, hitting people, and I get it. Some of these guys are young and they're gonna make mistakes. I'm not saying, you know, sometimes we're all human. The thing is, when somebody makes a mistake, instead of not holding them accountable, making excuses, should hold them accountable in hopes that they will better themselves. You know? Let me take a look at the comments real quick. Especially being that now the depending on what happens, and I doubt this will happen, but it's still a possibility. What if worst case scenario happens and he loses 7 years of his life and his career because of this very stupid, and that's what it is. It's a very stupid action that he did. Do you really think you're doing him favors by making excuses for him? Because if that happens, there ain't gonna be no excuses that are gonna keep his ass out of jail, out of prison. And like I said, more than likely, I'm pretty sure Mayweather and Otherby are all lawyered up. He probably won't see a day in jail. But is he really gonna learn from that? Hopefully he does from the scare itself. I hope he doesn't get the idea that this is okay. That, well, as long as I got lawyers, I can do whatever I want. That's definitely not the message that I hope he gets from this whole situation. Oh, what up, Alan R? I don't believe I've ever seen you before, but welcome. Well, this is just about boxers in general. Tank is definitely the example that's being used right now because it's the most recent. But Tank needs to be held accountable. When Broner fucks up, he needs to be held accountable. Sergey Kovalev, when he fucks up, he needs to be held accountable. Any boxer who does some boneheaded shit that either harms or put other people's well-being in danger should always be criticized. I don't care who it is. If they are harming other people, if they are putting other people's well-being at risk by drunk driving, they're harming other people like domestic violence or just violence on other people in general, it should be criticized. Excuses should not be made. It's unacceptable. What up, James Jameson? If Tank hits someone around, he needs to be punished. Yeah, he definitely should be. I agree with that. But yeah, no problem, Alan. I try to welcome everybody. I try to make everybody feel welcome to my lives. That's kind of my thing. You could call it Southern hospitality or whatnot. I always try to treat everybody with respect. There's a couple people I got off on the wrong foot with, but we smooth things out, then it's water under the bridge and we can move forward. I'm not the kind of guy who doesn't give second chances. I even give third chances, but don't push your luck. But yeah, welcome to the live, Alan. But yeah, Tank is definitely the example in this particular case. Um, Real quick, I gotta say, H Money had a really good panel last night, this morning. um, I don't think you can check out the live anymore. You might be able to. I think YouTube kind of changed it where it automatically, even if you go over 12 hours, it automatically cuts it off at 11:55 so that you don't lose the live altogether. Used to be if you went over 12 hours, it's playback is not accessible. So if it is still available, go check it out. I don't expect you to watch the full 11 hours and 55 minutes that are there, but there was definitely a lot of good boxing talk on that panel. Um, he's a hardworking man. I got to give it to him. But yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. I wasn't on there the whole time. At one point, I tried to get on earlier, and then my girlfriend, she was like complaining that I need to spend time with her. So I jumped off, spent some time with her, and then I jumped back on when she went to sleep. And I was on there like all night because the boxing talk was really good. Like, we talked about a lot of stuff. One point, just a lot of fantasy matchups. So it was fun. Then we got UGC Flame here. He does lives too. Those are always a good time. Um, Check out any of the lives that Black does, and his content too. His content is good. Hamza boxing streams. You don't know your boxing? Okay, well, I mean, I don't know why you're here then. Like, are you a masochist? If I don't know my boxing, why are you here watching me? Like, come on now. Like, you must be a masochist. Like, I don't listen to people I don't think know their boxing. I don't know. I can't relate to that train of thought. So, but God bless you. I guess thanks for the view. What up, Dragon Leg? We gotta take care of business first. Yeah, always gotta take care of business. I mean, Hamza, you are still welcome to the live. I don't understand why if you feel somebody doesn't know boxing, you would you would go to their live. That don't If you could please make that make sense, I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see. You're saying Hamza is MMA champ? Yeah, I don't believe that. MMA champ, he may be a lot of things, but he's never trolled me. If anything, he's helped me. That I always give MMA champ his respect because he gives me information like live. So like breaking news shit while I'm on live. So I find it hard to believe that he would do that for me and then make a fake account just to talk shit to me. If I'm not mistaken, Hamza is Troy King's name that he's taken. And I've never done anything to Troy King. I actually doubt that that's him behind that account though. It's probably just somebody else trolling. And if they truly do feel like I don't know boxing, first off, this stream isn't really about boxing per se. It's about holding these boxers accountable for the stupid shit that they do sometimes. Has nothing to do with what they do in the ring. Um, so completely off topic. But like I said, if he feels that way, cool. I just don't understand why you would listen to somebody if you feel like they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, what up, Xavier? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing real well. What up, Lance Meyer? Yeah, Xavier. Check out Xavier if you're into MMA or if you want to learn MMA. He does some good edits, you know. Um, there's been a couple times where he's asked me to teach him some of the stuff I know, and I've helped to the best of my ability. But he definitely has some skills. So big shout out to Xavier, aka XTIC or Ecstasy, however you want to call him. What up, Lance Meyer? I think I said what up to you, but just in case I didn't, just wanna be sure. Yeah, yeah, MMA champ. I'm not if somebody says that you're talking shit about me or that you're trolling me or whatever, you get the benefit of the doubt. You do, because to me that don't make sense why you would, help me and then turn around and do some dumb shit like that. That don't equate. So yeah, you always get benefit of the doubt, man. You've been going viral lately. But yeah, I think that's about it. Apparently I had a troll or something at some point. But if he is not a troll, then that's the question I have to ask: is if you don't like listening to somebody or you feel like they don't know what they're talking about or whatever, then why do you go to their shit? I could, if I wanted to, I could tell you about a whole bunch of channels that don't know about boxing. I got a list in my head, but here's the thing: once I watch you and I see that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or that you're just pushing an agenda, I automatically just don't watch your shit. Now later on down the line, I might check you out again to see if you've made any improvements. If you haven't, then I continue to not watch your shit. But I don't even leave comments. I don't even leave a thumb down. I watch and I give you a fair shot. A fair shot. Because that's what I would want. White versus Povetkin. So James Jameson, I actually uploaded a prediction video. But since you're asking me here, I'll go ahead and give the quickie. But if you want to hear more, I definitely have a video up. I got White winning. I think people were just writing him off just because he got knocked out, acting like he didn't have success in that first fight. I think he just got caught slipping. Now Povetkin, he may just have White's number. I'm not rolling out Povetkin at all. Um, but I think White's gonna win it. I think he's gonna right the wrong. I think he's gonna make the adjustments. We'll see tomorrow. So, but yeah, that's my quickie. If you wish to do so, you can check out the video as well. Uh, yeah, we all got trolls. The key to dealing with trolls, all right? I'm gonna give y'all this for free. Y'all see how I handled that? I didn't have to get all bent out of shape. I didn't have to call them. I don't know if it's a man, woman, or somebody who is gender fluid or whatever the fuck. But I didn't really insult them. I just posed a question. Because to me, that's the best way to deal with a troll. It's like, because if they're trolling, chances are they're doing something that doesn't make sense. I have to assume that you're a masochist when you're watching somebody that you think doesn't know what they're talking about. You know, don't get me wrong. I've debated people, but it's usually on the UGC Flame channel. There's people that I don't agree with, and we happen to be on the panel, and I address things that they say, especially when it doesn't make sense. But I don't go to other people's channels that I don't like or that I don't think they know what they're talking about, or I think that they're just pushing an agenda. I don't go to their channels. I don't listen to them. Like I said, I might check them out just to give them a fair shot to see if they made improvements, because people change. People can definitely change. Oh, what up, Matt Chad? How's it going? Nice to see you here. Much respect. Oh, damn, I got there's some beef for brewing. Someone had a good comment that Povetkin conditioned White for the for the left hook to the body, then switched up into a uppercut. Yeah, they were very well. They very well could be like when a guy has a setback, he should try to learn from it. That's why I don't like excuses. I'm gonna talk about excuses real quick, and this ties into accountability. It's just a different kind of accountability, all right? And I can give you a lot of examples of my own favorite boxers that have said some shit. And what I'm getting to is excuses. If you're making excuses, you're not making improvements. Like if you're, mate, I don't like all the excuses that Wilder. Wilder is an anomaly with the excuses. According to him, the only reason why he lost is because of the coach, the ref, the suit, everything. The gloves is everything except for the man in the mirror. But he's not the only one. Manny Pacquiao, he's one of my favorite boxers. Um, when he made that shoulder injury excuse, I didn't like that shit. I didn't like that shit at all. Lomachenko, I wanted him to beat Lopez, but Lopez won that fight fair and square. The shoulder injury, once again, like there was no need for that. If if you're making excuses, you're not making improvements. Don't say that you're in the best shape of your life and then after you lose, all of a sudden there's this mystery um this mystery injury that you had. Um this one is not as bad, and I made a video about it. It's not as bad, but I still don't like it. Virgil Ortiz, he said he was only 70%. And it was kind of an excuse, but he won the fight, so it's not like making excuses for why he lost. It was more like making excuses why he didn't stop Hooker sooner. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it from the boxers that I don't like, but I also don't like it from the boxers I do like. I don't like it from any boxer. Just don't make excuses. Back when I was a Thurman fan, and this is when I first started my channel, he was saying that he didn't get hurt by that body shot by Collazo, and that was bullshit. I don't want to hear excuses. What I want to see is that you go back to the gym and you correct your mistakes. That's what I want to see. Because why not become better than what you were last fight? Real talk. You should be trying to make yourself as unbeatable as possible, not making excuses. You know, hold on. Yeah, he's been a very big disappointment, Alan. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Guna Reason, welcome to the live. Imagine thinking that uh, Pacquiao was actually scared of Crawford. Oh, Nick Harmer, you made it. It's just a little inside joke because Nick Harmer, a lot of times he goes right when the right when the live's about to end, or he just missed it. What up, Sporting Advantage? Yeah, but that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all showing up, showing some support. Um, I'm trying to write another parody. Um, Also, Black and Brown tonight should be Free Smoke Friday, so check that out. Just know the rules is it's free smoke. So if you go in there and you join the panel and shit pops off, it's to be expected. Of course, within reason, because there's certain lines that you shouldn't cross. But yeah, within reason, expect that free smoke. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Peace.